You miss my entire point just to sit there and talk about the location where Carnival is hosted? I don't give a damn if it was hosted in China. If you are not Caribbean and you decide to partake in Caribbean culture, you are nothing more than a guest.
These diaspora wars are getting crazier and crazier, man, and it's heating up. So now you have people from the Caribbean saying that they should gatekeep their culture, right? And the ones that live in America, they're not even in their country. They're not in Trinidad or Barbados or Jamaica or any of these countries, right? They're in America. And they're using the same FBA talking points coming online saying it's time that we gatekeep our culture. We don't let everybody in. We got to close the door, right? They're tired of everybody coming to their carnival and just taking over. If you come to the carnival, well, you come as a guest. Well, let me tell you something, young lady, right? This woman name is Eternity and Beyond, right? And she's on TikTok saying, using all FBA talking points. If I go to a carnival, first of all, there's a bunch of beautiful women there, but I am a guest. See, the difference between us and y'all, I know that I'm a guest. And when I go there, I'm going to behave as a guest. I'm in somebody else's house. I'm not going to come there and start flying my flags and doing all kinds of wild stuff, right? Encroaching on y'all culture. I'm going to come there and embrace the culture. I'm going to eat the food. I'm going to do the dance. I'm going to dance with some of the women. I'm going to do all the things that I would do as if I'm a guest, right? But y'all don't know how to do it. Y'all come into our culture and say you started it. And say we don't have a culture, right? But let's look at what this woman was saying.
Caribbean Carnival is for Caribbean people. If you are not Caribbean and you attend Carnival, you are nothing more than a guest. So with that, you need to act accordingly, because it seems as though a lot of y'all and a lot of us have lost the plot, seriously. A lot of people are trying to censor Carnival for them and their culture and their representation. And it's like, nope, nope, nope. Caribbean Carnival is not some festival anybody just gets to show up at. It's the celebration of Caribbean culture and fighting back against colonialism. And these are the same type of people that will also get on the internet and call Job demonic. Like, if you think Job is demonic, don't fuck Carnival. And I said what I said. Because how dare you? And if you're not Caribbean and you decide to attend Carnival, don't be waiting. It is not the time. Or if you want to do that to your own Carnival, go to your own festivals and celebrations. Don't do this for Caribbean people. That's disrespectful. Y'all only do this when it comes to us. Y'all don't do this when it comes to the Dominican parade. Y'all don't do it for Dia de Muertos. Y'all only do it when it comes to Caribbean culture, and it needs to stop. Show some respect. And to all my Caribbean people out there, we need to start gatekeeping our culture, because now a lot of people feel a little bit too comfortable disrespecting our culture. We are too inclusive. We are too welcoming. We need to stop that.
Now, this young lady is very immature, like very immature. Now, we know we just had the situation with the Essence Festival. And a lot of FBA was very upset because they felt like they was trying to Africanize the Essence Festival to the point where the CEO just either she stepped down or she got fired, because we're checking paperwork at the door, right? Now, she's using our talking points saying, like I said, we're too nice, we're too open, we allow just people just to come on in, and we gotta shut the door and gatekeep, right? She's using all those talking points, but she's very young and she's very immature, very immature. Because like I said, you are a immigrant, a foreigner in this country, right? So now, if I come to the carnival, I already know that I'm in Philadelphia. So if I go over to where the Jamaicans are, or the Trinidadians, or the Haitians, right? I'm not Haitian. I'm not Trinidad. I don't understand a lot of the music and the foods and all that kind of stuff. So I know I'm a guest, and I'm gonna go there and behave as a guest, right? So she started to get trolled, right? And she's upset now with the trolling, so she came online to try to run an interference from the trolling and said this.
You miss my entire point just to sit there and talk about the location where Carnival is hosted? I don't give a damn if it was hosted in China. If you are not Caribbean and you decide to partake in Caribbean culture, you are nothing more than a guest. I'm not saying non-Caribbean people aren't invited to Carnival. All I'm saying is that Carnival is for Caribbean people. Stop centering it around you. All I'm doing is establishing boundaries. And you need to understand that you are not entitled. You are not entitled to Caribbean culture. You can be as mad as you want to. It still doesn't change the fact that you are nothing more than a guest. So with that, you need to fall in line and act accordingly.
So while she was running her mouth saying a bunch of nonsense, somebody responded and said, "This only work in your country. You can't come to another country and make the rules fit your narrative." I'm just saying, y'all say y'all are too welcoming in a country that's not your country, and that's the whole thing. Like she's trying to copy FBA talking points because she's trying to be smart, right? But it's not landing well. It's not landing well because, as I'm saying, we already know. We already know that we guess. The problem is y'all don't think that y'all guess. The way she's talking now, she was trying to make it seem like, watch this. She was trying to make it seem like she wasn't aiming this vitriol towards FBA Americans, but she was. She's going to say in another part of the video that this wasn't for us. This was aimed at another group. We make everything about us. We the only ones that's using those talking points. So we know that she was talking about us. But what you was doing was being immature, right? You didn't think that you would get the pushback that you getting because you're like 19 years old. You a child, right? And you running your mouth where you really shouldn't be running your mouth, right? You should be gatekeeping your culture, right? We should be guests in your culture. But know that when you come over here, you are a guest over here. Stop acting like you run it. Stop acting like we're not supposed to be gatekeeping our culture. Stop acting like we're not supposed to be checking paperwork at the door. So there's some people that was really getting at her about the stuff that she was saying. There was a brother that went online, right? And he started to troll her by saying that.
Oh, nah, beloved. Nah, we in there. I'm Harlem shaking. I'm getting light. I'm doing the juke. We bringing our American music, American flags. We bringing it all. Yeah, we in there. I'm going to let you know right now. You thought we forgot. Juneteenth, it was all fun and games. Everybody was like, well, it's all for everybody. It's everybody's liberation. It's everybody's for the whole diaspora. Well, guess what? It's everybody's liberation. It's everybody, the whole diaspora. So we coming through, Harlem shaking, getting light, bad one. We doing it all. We bringing our music. We throwing our parties that says American Carnival, Juver, all that. All that. We going in. We ain't forget none of that. We on your heels.
So now she's upset because the guys start trolling her, right? And what she's trying to do now is try to act like she didn't say what she said about it wasn't about us, right? So the guys are saying we're gonna come to the party, we're gonna Harlem shake, we're gonna bring our FBA flags, we're gonna bring our food, and we're gonna just basically elbow people out the way, and we're gonna move in. We're gonna come in like y'all did. Matter of fact, we're gonna say we started the Carnival, right? Because they didn't have no culture. American culture created the Carnival. That's what we're gonna say. We created the Carnival. We gonna make up a name, Charles Lee Riggins or somebody, or Mary Beth of Sutherland. In 18 something created the Carnival. We gonna make it up. Same way y'all do, right? We gonna come in and say it's ours, right? So she's upset now because she's getting trolled, right? Because she noticed she was talking about FBA. She noticed she was talking about it, but now she's acting like she wasn't, right? Check this out.
You FBAs are so insufferable, literally. Like, y'all make everything about y'all. Y'all are so narcissistic and entitled that you can't even pull your own head out of your own ass. Nobody was talking to you guys. I was just defending my culture. Sit here and bring up shit that happened months ago. That had nothing to do with me. I'm still allowed to protect my culture and call out BS amongst everybody, not just the people within the black diaspora. Y'all make everything about y'all. It's not about you. Sir, you are too old to have that level of comprehension skills, and you want to clout chase off my video? I don't think so. It's always the old ones that you built like Moto from Madagascar and you want to do all that rapping shit. Stop. Unc, you are too damn old. You want to go back and forth with a 19-year-old for her defending her freaking culture because you want to make this about you. You foundational black American. You are black in America, and you be doing all this talking. You're not up here. We are both at the bottom of the barrel trying to act like you call the shots. You don't call nothing. You don't own shit in this country.
So just think about it. None of these people was talking about gatekeeping their culture and doing all those things until we shut the door. Until we start saying, okay, no more. Like, we not letting y'all come in no more. You ain't create nothing. You ain't do this. No, you came here and start practicing American culture. You ain't do none of that stuff. Nah, bro. Yeah, we love you, but you gotta wait at the door. I gotta holler at my folks for a minute. When we start doing that, now everybody want to copy, everybody want to say, but you guys, the crazy part about it is you guys been gatekeeping though. You just wasn't using our talking points. You just wasn't talking like this. Whenever y'all got to win, you flew your Barbados flag. You flew your Grenada flag. You flew your Belize flag, right? You all, like, whenever, if it's time to go to HBCU or get something under the POC or people of color that was supposed to be for us, yeah, you stick your hand in the coffee, in the cookie jar, and you get it. But as soon as you get a win, man, we over here with the Jamaican flag, or we over here with the Bohemian flag, right? And we saying, so now we saying, all right, we gonna fly our FBA flag. And we want things specifically for us. Y'all not our enemies. We still the diaspora. We still love y'all, but we gonna separate ours from yours. The same way y'all been doing it. Now it's something y'all upset. Now it's something you online using these talking points, right? But then when you get trolled, you trying to act like you wasn't talking about us. That's the whole thing. To all my brothers and sisters from the Caribbean, right? From the Caribbean. And I'll say this because I'm part Caribbean, right? My mama is Cuban, right? Father's FBA, right? Grew up on my father's side. I didn't grow up over there with a lot of those people because when my mom and dad got married, a lot of them, they was racist, right? What I'm saying is this, right? What I'm saying is this. FBA is not just a lineage, it's a culture, right? My family, right? My father's grandma, grandfather, family, all in Georgia, Virginia, Alabama, Florida, right? It's a lineage, man. I done did videos from the family's land, right? In the different states, right? On my George Making One channel. I know where I come from. I know who my people are. We did the videos. We gotta practice is a culture and is a way of life now. And we're changing, is a paradigm shift. We changing the narrative, man. Things gotta get changed up because these people, they're coming to this country and they're coming to replace us. They're not looking for unity. They don't want to unify, right? They don't like us. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. And they want our positions. And they look at us as lazy, don't want to work. They're not connected to our struggle or our pain. They don't give a damn. That's why she's really trolling, talking like this, right? And that's why I go so hard, right? She's trolling, talking like this. And I know it firsthand because, like I said, on my mom's side, half of my family is thorough. The other half ain't. So I already know how they talk. I wasn't raised by them. I was raised with my father, right? So the whole thing is, man, listen, we gotta tighten up. We gotta tighten up the ship, man. We gotta tighten up the ship. Keep the door closed. But now we gotta start getting political, and we gotta start working with each other. We gotta start loving on each other. We gotta start building with each other. Because remember, out there, we teach people how to treat us. We teach people how to treat us. They can't just come into our communities. Everybody can't just speak for us no more. We shutting all that down. So when you see this little 19-year-old girl out here trolling, trying to be smart, it ain't going to do nothing but get worse going forward. Because they real upset because we want our own identity. Because they can't steal from the cookie jar no more and turn around and say that we don't have culture. Because now we gatekeeping the culture, the exact culture that they said that we don't have. And they got a problem with that. Because it doesn't suit well for them. Remember I told you, Black American dysfunction is profitable for everybody else. I'm going to say it again. Black American dysfunction is profitable for everybody else. Everybody coming to our marketplace and set up shop and extract. So now we're saying, nope, not no more. We shutting that door. We shutting that door. That's the problem. Because we've been funding everybody else's American dream for the last 60 years. And now it has to stop. It has to stop. So I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.